Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, the channel where we describe how AI is changing the world and how we can stay ahead of it. What if I told you artificial intelligence has already developed a way of thinking that humans physically cannot understand? Not because it's hidden, not because it's encrypted, but because it exists in the mathematical space our brains were never designed to see. And the strange part, we created it. We assume intelligence must look like overs, words, symbols, logic. But what if AI does not think in language at all? What if it does not think in code either? What if it thinks purely in mathematics? And that makes forms a structure we can't intuitively grasp. Humans evolved to understand the world through language and symbols. We imagine in three dimensions. We reason step by step. Even our advanced mathematics, we still visualize in limited spectral ways. Our brain has constraints. AI does not see the words the way we do. When it reads king, it does not store a definition. It converts that word into a long list of numbers, a vector like here I mentioned. And that vector represents a position in a massive mathematical space. Here's where it gets interesting. These spaces are not three-dimensional, not even four. They can contain hundreds, thousands, and even 10,000s of dimensions. Your brain evolved to navigate physical space. It was never designed to picture 10,000 dimensions at once. But AI operates that constantly. Let me show you what this actually looks like. Here we are on embedding projector. What you are looking at are words in the blue dots here, but not as text. Each dot represents a word converted into numbers, a position in mathematical space. So here let me zoom in and you can see the hundreds and thousands of numbers here. And here you can see bold, biggest, etc. Here let me search one word, for example man, and when I select man here, it highlights all the nearest neighbors. So like here let me zoom out a little bit. Here you can see a man here and you can see a lot of words like which are neighbors like army, fighting, peoples, personality, and warriors and saviors, workers, slaves, etc. These words clusters together not because someone manually grabbed them but because the model detected similar usage pattern in language. Let me search for a different word like cousin. So when I hit enter here you can see a cousin here, and when I zoom in you can see a similar pattern appears like, so where is the cousin go? So here is the cousin and you can see nephew, grandfather, grandson, addressed, etc. So this is geometry. Meaning is represented by distance. The closer two words are, the more similar their conceptual usage. Here you can move this in any direction, like here you can see, and when I move it start pairing different words. The data you are seeing here is not in 2 or 3 dimensions, it's in hundreds of dimensions. Like here you can see for the cousin words the dimensions are 200, and this is how AI thinks. Now let's move to the next step. If you take the mathematical position of king, subtract the concept of man, and adds the concept of woman, you didn't get randomness, you get the queen. That relationship was not manually programmed. The model discovered it from the pattern in data. So here I am on ChatGPT to show you the real example. So let me paste this prompt here. Explain why king subtracts man adds woman is equal to queen. Works in the word embedding space. Explain it simply but accurately in terms of vectors and geometry. So let me hit enter. I am not asking it to give me the answer. I am asking it to explain the geometry behind it. Because the relationship is not symbolic, it's mathematical. So let me explain you here. So here you can see it explains here like you can imagine each word as a point in 100 to 300 dimensional space. Similar words closer together. Related concept structured in consistent directions. So like king and queen are close, man and woman are close. King and man are closer than king and apple.
So here you can see like relationship becomes directions. Like in space, relationships often showed up as a consistent directions. For example, king subtracts man means start of the point for king, move backward in the direction of man. Geometrically, that subtracts the manness component from king. And now you can add king subtracts man adds woman. You are removing the man direction and adding the female direction. This land you to very close to the vector of queen. So why does the structure exist? Like because the during training models like world 2 vector learn from concept patterns such as king is rolling, queen is rolling, the man is walking, the woman is walking, and that model learns like king subtracts queen is equal to man subtracts woman. So the gender difference becomes a roughly parallel direction in the space geometrically. The vector from man is equal to woman, the vector from king is equal to queen. The point is nearly the same direction. It explains clearly why this happens. Did you notice something? This is not grammar, it's geometry. King and queen are not linked by rules, they are linked by position in space. Meanings becomes directions. Now let's move to the next step. And what we just saw is only the surface. Inside every advanced neural networks are hidden layers. Each layer transforms information into more abstract mathematical forms. By the time it reaches the output, the data has passed through millions of transformations. And most of those transformations are not directly interpretable. No one writes rules like kings minus men plus women equals queen. Instead, the AI studies massive amount of data and patterns emerge naturally. Relationship forms in the high dimensional space. Structures appears without being explicitly designed. For the first time in history, we build a system that thinks in math. Not better, not conscious, just different. They reason geometrically across dimensions we can't imagine. AI didn't invent a secret alien language. It developed internal mathematical representation that exceed human intentions. And that might be the real turning point. Not that machines are alive, but that intelligence no longer has to look like us. So this is AI Guru. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, hit like, subscribe. See you in the next video.